welcome to The Mary Jane Style. And today's episode is how did cameras come about? I have my camera necklace on today. Oh yes, cameras. As you witnessed in the beginning of my The Mary Jane Style how-to, on my spiffy phone, there's a camera. See, there's a lens and the flash, and then you can see the picture on the screen. Hold on, let me adjust my camera. There we are. And so now, the origin of cameras. In about 1500, they had a thing that translated in English is drawing with light, a daguerreotype, and then a cyanotype, where they would have a big box with a slab of silver on it, and then they would paint iodine chemicals on it, and then there would be a mirror reflection, so it was like a box with a thing like this, and then a thing like that, and then the lens was over there. I thought lens would have been a big spiffy invention after that, but no, it was before, because they created things like a baby telescope with less levels of concave mirrors, and you could do it with your hand like that. See, I see you. I see you. And then the button, the shutter would be like, which would let light in, and it would imprint whatever the reflection was onto the chemically treated silver slab. Then, within 200 years, they found like more thin, almost like a paper with chemicals to make photography better. And then around the early 1800s, they used something similar to film today, which was a very thin, transparent piece of paper with chemicals on it, and they would use mercury to dry it. That's not recommended because I think mercury can kill you. Is with all these little turny things. I have a good understanding of photography. It's very simple to understand the math and calculations of f-stops and lens details. Now let's see, does this camera have any film in it? Remember how to open it. Oh yes. Oh, no film. This is film. Now how do you know if the film is ready to be used or ready to be processed? This right here is ready to be processed because there's no little tail coming out. Well, I have no film because it's kind of gone out of style. But what you would do is you lay the roll of film in there, and then you don't put your finger through the shutter. You slide it and turn it, boom, 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 till it grabs. And then you shut this, put it down, and lock it. So for every little Instagram filter, you would have to have one of these boxes. Ooh. This one's purple. This you attach for shade or sun flares. It attaches to the lens, and as you can see, it would block sun coming that would cause that really pretty light. And you have a flash that attaches like this. And then you even have to plug it in somewhere. Before this camera and after this camera is the digital camera. All you need for this camera to work is your memory card and a fun little battery charger. Very simple. You could still use all these extra lenses or the filters, but by the time the year 2000 rolled around, there was a lot of computer stuff and Photoshop cameras. Filters might have gone a little bit more obsolete, but photography is still a craft to where you could learn and practice to manipulate the elements all on your own out in nature. So, the difference between a camera bag from last century and this century is you have battery chargers, ion batteries, they work super good. You have LED lights, all this film that could probably all fit right here in one or two little memory cards. You want a hard drive so that you can put your memory cards through your computer and into your hard drive for personal storage or transferring it professionally. Lighting is important. I have 3 lights pointed at me here. Between the 1500s and the 1800s, it was either a massively huge, explosive, like explosion, or the sun. Throughout most of the 1900s, a huge amount of makeup was used because the amount of power of lights they had to use to get the right amount of light into the camera to print on the film, well, that's a whole explanation in itself. The high-def cameras now are most like our sight from our eyeballs, and so makeup can be minimal. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with wandering out in sunshine or out and about in the world to get a beautiful photo. Or you can play fantasy, and that's a whole nother genre in itself. The Mary Jane style, how to, the origin and history of the camera. Oh, my lens cap. From when I was a baby to nowadays. Full high-definition video and photography all built in, and it just matters the size of your memory card. And I don't mean how big it is, I mean the GBs, gigabytes. So, a camera like this now does video, and it has good enough audio and all different lenses, so you can do complex photography and filmmaking on a camera just like this, and sometimes a lot tinier. You might even have, well, you probably do, a camera right there in the top of your laptop or computer you're viewing this on. So I must say, kudos to you, photography technology. When it was really drawing with light. I guess this does that too. Let me look up that word I forgot.